Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. In this video, I'll be giving you an update on 1.15 version release, which is coming out this weekend. Before we go ahead, first of all, I want to just show you some of the custom creations that you have guys made. So these are the wrestlers I'm showing you right now that will be added to the game, made entirely by you guys. So if you want to check it out, just head on to wrestlinggm.com/support. And obviously within the game itself, you can create your own custom wrestlers. So without any further ado, I want to show you what I've been working on last week. So, as you know, I'm currently working on enhancing your abilities to interact with the AI federations in the game. By navigating to Interaction tab, you can see here that I'm an ally with this federation. And if I scroll down to Business Diplomacy, we have an option here for Arrange Talent Exchange. So if I click that, this talent exchange process now 4 steps. First of all, you want to select the target. I have friendly relationship with this federation, so the talent exchange should be much easier. But it will scale if you're not very friendly with them, if you just sort of getting together, or if you're an ally, you're gonna have either hard or easy time depending on your relationship. Here I can see I'm selecting Kento Mori, who has 500 points, which is pretty much the most you can get in a game. And if I scroll the way through and say continue to build offer. Now I'm on stage 2, and because I want Kento Mori and I want it for 4 weeks, I need to propose them an equivalent exchange in terms of what wrestlers I would offer from my roster. So I'm going to click Alex Destroyer. So I want Kento Mori, who has 500 points, for Alex Destroyer, who has 246 points. If I put that offer forward, the GM is going to think about it, and he gives me a counter offer. So instead of having just one wrestler in return, he wants 2, Alex Destroyer and Camila Rojas. This is because obviously I'm offered him inadequate exchange. So this talent exchange is going to go live in this upcoming release. You're going to have obviously option to sort of negotiate here a little bit. You can propose a counter offer. You can sort of try to wiggle your way around which sort of different wrestlers you want. There will be also an option to add payments and conditions. For example, yes, I'll give you my best superstar if you make sure you don't lose, or if you pay me additional $5,000 or etc. Sort of similar to what normally federations would do in real life. So in this case, I'm very happy with it. I will accept the offer. And just to confirm, this is our deal summary. And if I hit confirm exchange, voila, wrestlers are now exchanged. So I can go to interaction tab. I can see that all 3 wrestlers are currently on loan activity, and I will also get email confirming that this is happening. So if I navigate to my mailbox, I can see the talent exchange is agreed. I'm getting Kento Mori for 4 weeks. So I can now go ahead to my shows, and I can book a match using Kento Mori. So he should be on my roster list now. Let's look at him. There he is, right there, Kento Mori. And I put him in a match against Carlos Rivera. So this is probably going to hurt me a lot, but I'm going to just go ahead and proceed to next week. Voila, all done here. And Kento Mori is now... Oh, actually, he lost, funny enough, through countout. Cool, so that's all done. One thing I'm still working on is that my wrestlers that I have provided are not currently featured on the allied roster, but this is because the shows are currently simulated at the beginning of which week as opposed to at the end of which week. Just some decision I took earlier in development. So as I just gonna quickly skip to the next week without booking a show, I just want to show you that my wrestlers are actually going to be featured on their show. There we go. So we have here Alex Destroyer. You can see he's facing Sterling Silver. And who else do we give them? I've completely actually forgotten who else. Oh, there we go. Camila Rojas. She's also featured in this show. So we can see that they've both been featured. And if I navigate to the roster page, which I'll show you just now, straight to the roster page, obviously I can see Kento Mori is still here, and Camila Rojas is on loan. If I go to profile, and if I go to career, I can actually see that she performed in a match against Sergey Kuznetsov on Summit main event for that partner promotion. So you can see sort of that's getting recorded, gets sort of fully updated. If she happens to win any championships, that also will be updated here. And I can see that I can access the profile of Kenta Mori, and I can see that he's been featured. Wow, he won lots of championships. I need to tidy up the UI there, don't I? But you can see here as well that I can see his previous records as well as he's lost against Carlos Rivera on my show. So that's a little quick update on Talent Exchange. Took a lot of time to get this through. Still not finished, but just wanted to give you a shout and show you what I'm working on. Next highlight will be on the joint shows. All right, here we go with the second highlight for this feature update. So we go back to Summit World Wrestling in the interaction tab. We scroll down to proposed joint show, and in here we have a couple of things we just need to agree on. So first of all, on estimated terms, we're looking to get a stadium of 41,000 capacity, ticket price 65, and we're looking at shared booking control. As you can see, our popularity is 72, whereas their popularity is 95, but our relationship is pretty good at 75. That means that partner leverage is quite high, so they have sort of they're much bigger than us, so they can tell us a little bit what to do. On the net revenue split, you can see it's 45 to 55 for them, and they would like also 2 matches allocated for them, which means that they will be able to decide, they'll be fully in charge of those 2 matches that are happening in the show. You have some presets here if you want to negotiate. You can do, there's obviously a fair preset, which is default one. You could do commercial presets, so you'd have to give them less matches, but you offered in exchange more sort of revenue that you're willing to compromise, and you can see at the bottom here how likely or not they are to accept it. You can also flip it other around, so you could do creative presets, so obviously give them a matches but they want more revenue, they're also likely to accept it, and you can give them generous offer, which they're very likely to accept it, more revenue and more matches. So obviously you can play around with that as you wish. You can try, 25, they'll be extremely likely. You can try to flip it other way around, and you can see they won't be likely at all, even if you, especially won't likely at all. Cool. So you're going to go back to the fair offer and send a proposal, and off we go through. So you can see the show is already created, and you get navigated straight away to the show page. You can proceed to go ahead and book matches. You see the summary of the joint show that we have just put together. And if you scroll down to below, you can see the matches that were requested by Jerzy the Hammer Kowalski in this case. Now the difference between them is that in the first match, you can see that the match has been requested by him, but you can still edit the stipulation. With terms of the second one is a suggestion, so you can sort of delete that match if you don't want to, or you can sort of completely edit it, or you can keep it as it is. Because I have a very good relationship with them, none of these matches are sort of hard locked in. But there is also an option that AI will just tell you, nope, these matches have to happen, you cannot modify them, you cannot change them at all, this is it. In this case, it was pretty flexible. Alright, so I'm going to try to go ahead and book another match. I'm going to look for Dmitry Volkov. By the way, some of the wrestlers here are missing images. Those are because I was just testing, so ignore those, they won't feature in actual game. But you can see all my wrestlers are here, and at the bottom are wrestlers from AF Federation. You can see not all of them are available. So again, because I have less popularity in them, we don't have the top sort of relationship, so they'll make some less wrestlers available, but not all of them. So I've selected 2 wrestlers, one Dmitry Volkov from my federation and the Void from their federation. I can also put a championship on the line since Dmitry is champion. You can see already the estimated match rating is between 9.5 and 10. What a fantastic match it is going to be. As this is premium live event, I should be booking more matches. You can see the card has too few matches and our audience will expect more. However, for the purpose of demonstration, I'll just go ahead and run the show. So first match, you can see the Viking Nielsen won 9.4, fantastic rating. Tommy Storm defeated Camila Rojas, and the match that we put in, Dmitry Volkov defended against the Void in a 10-star match. Brilliant. So if I go ahead and continue to complete show, still need to work on this UI, see? As I keep showing you guys, I keep finding more and more things. Nevertheless, you can see here I made £1.2 million. I have some now detailed feedback as to what went well, what didn't go with the show. And at the bottom I have show financial revenue. summary. So you can see we made 1.4 million against 200,000 expenses. We got 45% of the total share of the sales, as well as the broadcast and merchandise. But we also had to pay 45% share of the venue. And you can see the little summary. You can see that the Summit World Wrestling made more money than us on the show, but this was as per the previous agreement. So if I now just go ahead to the next week, we can see we've ranked third on the shows this week, even better than their weekly TV show. And finally, in the emails, we should have a response from them to tell us what they thought about this. Wow, that's a lot of messages. There you go. There it is. Joint show review. And you can see here that the show came with 8.8 against expectation of 8.79, so just barely about it. They're not calling it a breakthrough, but I'm not holding it neither. And they can see that no relations change from this one, purely because we just about made expectations. If the show outperformed it or underperformed, their relationship will be affected respectively. So this is it, guys. This is a new feature relating to joint shows. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have fun with it. I really had fun testing with smaller federations, big federations, and by having joint shows with the smaller federations, I managed to actually push them up in their popularity and help them grow. So thank you so much, guys. This was an update about joint shows.